because I just feel like, oh, I don't want my dentist to see that I don't really take good care of my teeth. What do you say to that? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Community Stories. So typically I would invite someone from different communities to really just talk about community groups, community small business, or anything that I thought would be helpful for the community locally there, and also for community in a whole. So especially I like to highlight immigrant businesses, small businesses, and things like that. So thank you, Rachel, for introducing me to Dr. Hong. So we're gonna get started. So how are you, Dr. Hong? How was practice today?
That's good. It was nice.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of patients?
Yeah. I mean, we've been closed for 3 months, so patients been waiting, and then finally they're happy to come here. I'm happy to see them too.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. So Philadelphia area right now is on yellow phase. So I think we still cannot go in restaurants, but I think outdoor restaurants you're allowed to sit in and everything. So just tell us a little bit what type of medical practice you're doing in New Hampshire, where you're from, and then just tell us a little bit about that business.
Oh, I'm Inhwan, and my practice actually in Peabody, Massachusetts. And so I'm a general dentist. I'm running this practice for 5 years, and the name of the practice is Cross Street Family Dentistry. I'm from Korea, and then I'm in Bedford, Massachusetts. I'm running the general dentistry.
Okay.
So we see like all the patients, all the ages, many procedures we do here. So I'm generally do most of things.
How many staff do you have in your office?
I have 5 staffs, 2 hygienists, 2 front desk, and 1 assistant.
During this COVID-19, how's the practice going? Because I know that's probably really tough during this time. So tell me just a little bit more about that.
So during the COVID-19, we have to close the office. It was starting from in the middle of the March, and then we just reopened the practice earlier this week, and we still see some emergency patients, but we barely close. And then it was a good time for me to learn new things, and then preparing for other stuff too, So I'm kind of happy to do this, and then I'm kind of now doing some more marketings, and I can see more, the new patient coming here.
Rachel, thank you so much for joining us, and of course, thank you for introducing me to Dr. Hong here. So, Rachel, can you just tell us a little bit of yourself, because I know you're also part of the Indonesian Community Connect, right? So, can you just introduce yourself a little bit, and then what's your role in helping Dr. Hong with the practice?
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Raude Raychel. I am the president for the Indonesian Community Connect Incorporation based in New Hampshire. Today, I am here actually representing the Cross Street Family Dentistry. I am helping Dr. Hong with the marketing area. So it's good to have you here, Dr. Hong. Thank you, Sinta, for this opportunity.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know Rachel for what, maybe about 2 years now?
I think
through our Indonesian connection, right?
Yes.
Can I just ask Dr. Hong, just because I am so clueless, right, with dentistry, tell us a little bit about the education for dentistry, like what kind of school someone needs to go to, or kind of education someone needs to get to be a dentist?
Most of the dental dentists has to go through. They have to graduate from undergrad school, and mainly they're majoring in biology or some science based, or some schools they offer some the dental prep course, or the medical prep course, and then they teach that, and then they go to dental school for 4 years. And then after that, many of them, they do the residency, or they go to the specialty, the education, so specialty programs. So after that, they can come out and they can practice.
Okay. Your patients, are they diverse patients? Now, this is just speaking because I know in Philadelphia, if you have an Indonesian business, typically a lot of Indonesians would get there. So you said you're from Korea. So does a lot of Korean people go to your dentist office, or do you have like pretty diverse patient?
I have a pretty diverse patient, and especially in this area, I'm practicing. There aren't not many Koreans here, so I only have like few Korean patients here. But mainly they're all different, backgrounds and different ages, and then coming from different areas. I have a lot of diversity here.
Okay, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Rachel, since you are responsible for the marketing and the business side of the dentist office, can you tell us a little bit about the who, what, when, where, why, how? About just give us the information.
I guess the challenge is for us at this point is to revisit again the goals, the master plan. As as you heard, Dr. Hang said that he ran it for the past 5 years now. Again, it's great for us to look at the plan again and revisit it and really kind of make a new refresh vision again, goals again, and for the next year 1, year 2, year 3, or even year 5. What is it that he's expecting for the future of this company? And one of the challenge for me, I guess, is to really look at it and how he was running it for the past 5 years, and really highlighting the uniqueness of the company itself. So I guess the very first thing that we want to work on is the marketing part and really branding the company. So really kind of creating a new professional image for the company, and really letting the community know that it exists because of the market itself. I guess in that specific city, there is very competitive because there's a lot of, I would say, like almost 20 practices is the last time I saw. So it's very unique, and I'm sure that all the other practices are great, but it's my job to really kind of bring out the uniqueness of this company, this practice, and really create a really good image for the doctor himself.
Okay. So, all right. So you said about uniqueness. Tell us what's unique about the family dentistry practice here.
All right. So the unique part, I mean, there's, I guess, with dental practice, they offer pretty much the same services. You would see there's like the most common thing, the cleaning, the crowns, the fillings, all that. I'm still learning. I'm still learning with this dental language. Okay. I try to offer my expertise. With business management, but I always thought I kind of knew it, in a general kind of way, but dental practice, it's a lot to learn. I had to learn it myself and learn the language, and it's different management, and to see, like, to make a good strategies, and prioritize of how do you see this thing, how do you see the growth, in the next year or two. It's very challenging. It's very challenging for me. So I guess it's like starting up again, from the very beginning, like you're a startup, but this is like year 5, so it's challenging in the modern way right now with the digital marketing, with everybody's online on social media and the website. So it's different, with the way you market in the last 5 years. So it's challenging, but it's a lot very unique. He has pretty much the same thing with a lot of people, but I guess it's the service that the doctor could offer, and how great he can be with the patients, and how excellent he can be with the patient, with the work that he do. And I can tell you, he is very passionate about his job. He is a very good doctor. I think last time he said, he was very happy and very excited to see the patients again. So I think it's that kind of, having the right attitude, and having the really good customer service, and really, like, I guess the services, the hours, the schedule, there's a lot to it, and it's something that we want to kind of highlight for everyone to see, not only for certain targeted audience, but also in the city itself. Let them see who is Cross Street Family Dentistry. Where is it? Like, what's so new about it? And so I'm trying to create very attractive contents, I guess, so that it kind of catches everybody's attention for a second, and just kind of go on from there, I guess.
Yeah, I know Dr. Hong, doctor and patient relationship is super personal, right? So I hate going to the dentist. I hate going to the dentist because I just don't like people getting in my teeth, right? Like growing up in Indonesia, people are not used to go to the dentist. I feel like that's more of a luxury versus a necessity. I don't know with other Asian countries. I can only speak for my experience, right? So when I go to finally, I go regularly to the dentist here in the United States, it's a different experience. So just meeting you today, I know you're very calm, right? So for me, I can see that's the uniqueness, because I can see you're very calm and you're not, loud. And, to go to a dentist and then trusting someone and by opening your mouth, I think, in my opinion, that's super important. So do you have any sort of tips, Dr. Hong, for me? Like, how do you deal with your patient, especially when it's a new patient? Like, just speaking from your experience, how do you talk to your new patient?
One thing that we really emphasize is we want to have like all of my staff. We want to have that we treat the patient like our family, and then we try to be really friendly with them. So I mean, even though patients was kind of scared to come in here, like especially new patients, and then when they have some trauma or some bad experience from from earlier in their life, but when they come here, they kind of feel more homey and then comfortable here, and then so we're trying to like give a smile, and then we try to greet them really nicely, starting from the phone call when they call us, and then we try to be really nice to them, and then try to I know that dentistry is scary to almost everybody. So but we try to be really make them feel better and then easy coming here. So that's the beginning of step, and then when they're in the chair, I explain to all the small details, all the the procedure I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna trying to more educate the patients, and then when they know more, and then they kind of the scariness kind of goes away.
So let me ask you this: if someone is scared, can they, or maybe if it's like a little kid, right? If someone is scared, can they put their headphones on and listen to music while you're working on their teeth? Can they do that?
Yes, whatever they can feel comfortable in the chair, I'm allowed. Yeah, so not in the mouth, but so they can listen to music. They can take a break, and then if they need water, we can provide water, and then whatever they they can feel more comfortable, we try to provide them. With sometimes pillows, sometimes blankets. So we're trying to make them comfortable in the chair.
That's reassuring to know, because I know sometimes I would rather get distracted, right? Instead of thinking about my teeth or my gum. Raychel, what are the goals for Cross Street Family Dentistry, and what does the future look like? Or maybe what is the hope and the dream of the Cross Street Family Dentistry? I think it's really good to talk about this for small businesses, because sometimes you can only see so far ahead, but I think to have a goal, even if it's short-term or long-term goal, I think is super important. Raychel, do you want to share that with me?
The goal for this company is to, like I said again, branding it is the very first stage for us to let the community knows. But the goals that Dr. Hong has set is to really the growth, I guess, the growth of the company itself, with the amount of profits that we could make, but or the maybe having another second office that he would like to have, whether in year 2 or year 3, really kind of more like overcoming the challenges, I guess, at this point, and it's not just about talking financially, but it's more about letting the people know that this company exists, and let the people know that Dr. Hong is a really good dentist, and it's really to promote more to the people, not only in Peabody area, but also to, I guess to my friends and families also in New Hampshire area. I don't know if you know, Sinta, in New Hampshire, there's a lot of Indonesian people. I think you know that, and it's growing. The family is growing here, and a lot of them, I figured out that a lot of them actually goes to this dental practices in New York, which I'm kind of, very curious before about that. So I kind of like dig in a little bit more about it and really see what does that, practices offer that Dr. Hung doesn't have, and, to travel to New York is like, what, 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours or even more. And Peabody area is only, I would say, 50 minutes from Dover. So it's like between 50 minutes to an hour from this area where a lot of Indonesian lives. So I think, I talking about short-term goals is to actually partner up with ICC. This is the part where I come in and really kind of offer to see, something that will benefit the people. Now, if I'm wearing a different hat right now and I switch it to ICC, the vision of ICC is to become the bridge, become the bridge for the Indonesian community in the area. And for us, I guess I see it that it's bridging, because it's not just for personal gain, but it's actually a gain for the community. If it's gonna benefit a lot for them, then why not? Why not promote it? Why not help them so that they can actually have the same access, same services that I think they can be very familiar with, with having Dr. Hung, as someone from Asia, from Korea, and is also located in, Peabody area, which I think a lot of people, Indonesian knows that area too. So I think, it's more, what do you call it, like targeted audience. So at this time, I guess I'm really focusing on the targeted audience and specifically for the Indonesian people in New Hampshire, and have them, save money, live better is what Walmart says, right? So, save money with transportation, saving time and energy by, offering the look, another dental practice that is around the corner. And I'm sure, Dr. Hung won't disappoint them, it's gonna be great. And I hope that the business will also grow, in terms of the number of patients that will grow, in terms of another office that he could have, it's really gotta go back again to what he really wants, with this business for the next 3 to 5 years. And,
yeah. I think, or maybe even Dr. Hong, you can inspire many Indonesian children to be a dentist. Hey,
yes.
why not, right? So I totally appreciate that, Rachel, because, me in Philadelphia here, I'm a big supporter of Indonesian businesses. Like, I'm always supporting community businesses first. So I really appreciate that. And of course, Dr. Hong, if you don't know a lot of Indonesians, we actually trust our community leaders a little bit more sometimes than reading Yelp. So sometimes, like if Rachel were to tell other Indonesians, no, go to this dentist, it's closer, usually we would trust our community leaders a little bit more than just reading it anywhere else. So definitely a good word of mouth to the community. It's super helpful in immigrant communities like us, because usually we don't, like we tend to go to people that we know or we're comfortable with. So I think that's super awesome as far as bridging the gap, Rachel. And then I'm totally appreciative of what you are all doing for Little Indonesia, bridging just Indonesian community with the different communities, not just other Asian communities, right? I know you guys have done all of this. So that's really awesome. Tell me, Dr. Hong, what are the days and the hours of your practice?
We open Monday through Thursday, mostly from 8 to 5 to 6. So but the Fridays we open only once a month. And then, but depends on patient. If you have a patient, too many patients, then definitely I'm willing to extend it, more hours.
So maybe one day even having job openings for Indonesians who are qualified for the job, right? To be hygienists or something.
Of course. I mean, I'm definitely willing to, right now I'm trying to I'm in process of hiring more staffs here. One more front desk, and then possibly one more hygienist. So, any Indonesians who are really, wants to work here, I'm definitely, happy to see that.
during this pandemic is still a little bit tough, what would be like dental hygiene tips you would tell people?
Make sure they wash their hands before they touch their mouth, and then flossing, brushing, probably more often, because it's not, they cannot go to the dentist that easily now. So better to take care of their mouth better with the like brushing and flossing. That's the key thing.
So let me ask you this. This is like something that I'm just curious about personally, right? So the mouthwash that we use, right? So there's that Listerine, and then there's like I forgot what's the other one. One has like alcohol, and then the other one doesn't have it or something. So I think Listerine, if you're not used to using mouthwash daily, it can be really hurt. Like it can really irritate your gums, right? So what would be your personal choice, or like what would you recommend to people? And then how many times a day? Is it just one time a day, or is it 2 times in the morning and at night?
I mean, the number of times, I'm more the better. If they can do that 3 times a day after their, eating meal, that's good. And but so with the Listerine, I know it's strong, but they can just dilute. They can add some water, and they can do the mouth rinse. And then some Listerine doesn't have not all the Listerine have alcohol. They can find the Listerine without alcohol too. And then the Act also is good too. I mean, if they can find some the mouth rinse with some fluoride, that might be better. Okay, so there's so many different kinds of the mouth rinse, with the alcohol, without alcohol, with the fluoride, without fluoride. They can choose their like own taste and like different flavor. And then if you feel like it's too strong, use some water. Add some water, and then they can do it.
Okay. So whenever I'm going to the dentist, I'm always feel a little bit self-conscious. So if I'm eating, so I usually brush my teeth 2 times, like, and floss and everything before I even go see my dentist for cleaning. Like, should I do that or should I not? Because I just feel like, I don't want my dentist to see that I don't really take good care of my teeth. What do you say to that?
I want to see, personally, as a dentist, I want to see how their, patients' normal routine dental care. If you brush your teeth and right before you go to the dentist, then we're assuming that you're really good. So we may not able to recommend like what we should recommend. Okay. So, just, here where to clean your teeth. Don't worry about that you don't brush your teeth, but, we want to access to like how your normal like a daily routine for your dental care. So you don't have to brush your teeth. That's fine. That's fine to see. And then even though some patients doesn't brush for a few days and then just brush like right before the dental office, still we can see they're not doing good, because we see the gum problem, because then if they not doing home care well. So it doesn't really matter, but so it's up to you. If you don't want to show your like the mouth without the brushing, that's fine too.
Like all these like common questions, because I ask that questions all the time. Questions like using Sensodyne for sensitive teeth, like, is that okay to use all the time? Or maybe there's like a bigger problem that you should talk to your dentist about, instead of just using the same, like, I don't know, like, you don't have to answer that. I'm just saying, like, people say this all the time. Oh, I only have to use this toothpaste because, my teeth is very sensitive. But maybe you should go to the dentist and tell your dentist you have a problem.
Yeah, I guess those are like the more like the infographics and how to educate the people, the patients more about it. I think I have to learn more about it too myself, for me to be able to promote it the right way. But it's a lot, and we just started this, so there's gonna be a lot of times involved. I'm just kind of talking with Dr. Hong and what he thinks on certain issues, and just kind of go on from there and create that good contents, I guess.
Yeah. That's really amazing that you're doing this to help. Dr. Hong, what is the relationship between dental hygiene and then just our health in general? Like, is there a connection? Because I know for some people, they'll go to the dentist if they have really bad not dentist. They go to the doctor if they have really bad migraine. But then if they have toothache, all they do is just popping Tylenol or Advil. So can you, if you don't mind, just explain to us a little bit, what is the connection, that how important is it that for us to really take good care of our teeth and our gum?
So as a dentist, we say that your digestion starts from your mouth. So if you don't have a good dental condition, then the digestion is starting, it's not right way. So we want them to have a good teeth and good mouth condition, good oral health, to have a overall health is is better. And then we see some other connection with some chronic disease like diabetes, some heart disease, and then that's if patient have a poor oral hygiene, poor oral condition, then we see more incidence of those kind of chronic disease too. So we know that there's really strong connection with your oral health and your overall health. So to taking care of the oral health makes your overall health better.
Say, like, don't be afraid to go to the dentist, right?
Don't be afraid. Now we have more technologies, more better techniques, and then we developed a lot of new products, and then we try to. As a dentist, we're more educated too, how to deal with the patient, how to deal with the scared patients too. So not only me, I think most of dentists, they know that we were trying to have the people, we were trying to have patients to feel better in the dental office. So even though they have a bad experience with the past, but don't worry, it could be really good dentist right there. So don't be scared. Don't just try. If you don't like, it's up to them. But I think I recommend to try. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think this is super helpful. I think I'm excited to share this to my friends in Philadelphia too. I wish you're here in Philadelphia. So sorry, Rachel. I wish you're here, so then I know there's a lot of other Indonesian dentist offices. I mean, not Indonesian doctor, but I know there's a lot of Indonesian hygienists that works in Philadelphia too. So thank you so much. Rachel, is there anything else you would like to add to the conversation today?
I think it's just a very basic thing. I would love to really kind of introduce this practice to the Indonesian community and also the local network. I guess with the chambers of commerce, with the locals, nonprofit organization that we can partner up later on. And if you see this video, please do share. Really, is kind of spread the word out there, and call in if you have any questions. Don't call me, call the doctor or call the office, and really just kind of ask their availability. And right now I see this, it's booked for a long time, so everybody's coming back. But again, it's just to kind of give the positive image to everyone. I know a lot of people rescheduled their appointments because of this COVID-19, but it's really bringing in a really good positive image to people that they're doing their best on the inside part, preparing, doing the protocols and the guidelines according to what the state is asking them. So it is safe, and it's good to be get yourself checked up, and see what you can do. But most importantly, go to Cross Street Family Dentistry. Okay, 39 Cross Street, Suite 102, Peabody, Massachusetts. All right. If you want to call, 978-531-2122. Thank you, Cinta.
Yeah, of course, super complete. So everybody, if you're watching this, and especially if you go to Cross Street Family Dentistry, definitely call. Make sure you go to your checkup. Make sure you go to your, I think it's 6 months cleaning, right? Okay, buat teman-teman yang ada di New Hampshire, nggak usah jauh-jauh ke New York. Ini bisa ke Dr. Hong, deket sekali. Tinggal minta informasinya sama Rachel. Tinggal minta informasinya semua nanti bisa disediakan. Ada di Instagram dan ada juga di Facebook. Jadi nggak usah takut. Ini dokternya baik banget, teman-teman. Kalau misalnya ada di saya juga bakalan ke situ gitu. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Hong. It's been a pleasure to meet you. So the next time I go perform for ICC, for an Indonesian festival, hopefully I can meet you in person. Rachel, thank you so much for allowing me to share the story. I hope everybody is staying healthy during this pandemic and stay safe in everything that you do.